everyone, Delta4096 here with a quick review of the VK4502P Ausf A. It's become a halfway rare tank, I've noticed, or at least it has been. I just recently got it and thought I'd give it a test, and I'm on the way up to the Mayas. It's not a bad tank. It has a bad reputation of having no armor whatsoever, and you just point and click and shoot anywhere you want, and you're going to do damage. At least that's what I've heard about it. Don't know about y'all. However, I've come to discover that that isn't true. It's like a lot of German tanks. If you get a nice angle going on your front armor, you tend to bounce a lot of shots. I just recently had a game. I'll bring it up here in the bottom right. Actually, just got out of this match. Okay, never mind. I apologize. I forgot I'd logged out to bring up this recording software I'm using right now. Anyways, I ended up coming out with a steel wall, a master gunner, and the master badge ace tanker. It was a really good game. I'm very proud of it. As a matter of fact, as a demonstration to how good the VK is in the right hands, I'll add that in to the rest of the video after I finish the review. If you've run the E100 line, when you get to the VK, there will be several things already unlocked. As you can see here in the research modules, you've got all the way up to the short 105. You know, Tiger 2 got the long one. You'll have all of those researched, the radio, and that's as much from the Tiger, the E100 line. As for coming up the Mayas line from the Tiger P, you'll have the engine here taken over. As you can see, I haven't researched the top one yet, but I'm on my way to it. And if you have not run up the E100 line, if you're just going straight for the Mayas right now, all you'll have unlocked for right now is the long 88, which is a perfectly fine gun, and it performs really well at tier 8 and up anyways. You'll need the tracks to be able to equip everything you need. If you've got the 105 unlocked and the radio and that engine, the dual engines there, you'll need to get the tracks immediately to be able to equip all of that, so I suggest going for it first. After that, I would suggest going for all of the guns, unless you've got them all pre-researched from other lines. Then I would suggest the turret, and then the engine last, because it has plenty of get up and go with the two Porsche Type 100/3s. However, the top engine adds several hundred horsepower. As you can see, this one only has 670. The top engine has 840. It has the same armor, the hull armor basically, as the Tiger H, which is the one on the E100 line. You've got 120 frontal armor, so it's got about 100 millimeters more in the front, and maybe, I think it's about the same side and rear armor as the Tiger H. But don't let the small amount of armor deter you. This thing is amazing. It's fast with a top speed of 38 kilometers per hour. It can rotate at 28 degrees per second with clutch braking. That makes it extremely fast. The short 105, while it lacks penetration power, if you know where to shoot, aim for those weak spots, you'll get through every time. I guarantee it. It's a great tank overall. I don't suggest playing it sort of like an IS-3 because you've got the extra armor from the IS-3. But when it comes down to that, get to the front line quick and kind of help cover the flank as your guys catch up to you, it can do that for a short amount of time if you angle the armor and start inbound shots. I found that T69s and KV5s tend to have a hard time penetrating the VK from the front. Excuse me, that was my phone going off. Anyways, it's a really good tank overall. Equipment-wise, as you can see, I don't use a whole lot of gold. So I have the small repair kit, small fire extinguisher, the manual fire extinguisher, and the small med kit. I don't have any equipment on it, though I do plan on getting some in the future. My suggestion would be a gun rammer, the gun laying drive, and the vents. I think other people would suggest other stuff. It's up to you what you want to run on it. The vertical stabilizer will help when you're on the move. It does do good at shooting on the move. The vertical stabilizer would make that even better. But my standard equipment is usually rammer, gun laying drive, and vents, just because I like to have my crew at their absolute best. So that being said, this thing is a great flanker. It's great at getting around and moving around if it needs to. It's good at repositioning, which I suggest you do. It is an excellent sniper. Even with the short 105, it's extremely accurate. So you can sit back and snipe, or you can get up there and angle that armor and take hits for your team as they try to push around and flank or move up to support you. The stock turret can whip around when it rotates. The upgraded one's not too slow either. It's 25 degrees per second, and it's got a decent view range and a really good signal range with the upgraded radio. Hit points are really good too, even with the stock turret. And because it gets a lot of speed, because it's only 57 tons, it's a very light tank. Because it's a light heavy tank, I should say, because of the lack of extreme amounts of armor. It's way under armored for its tier, I believe. But then again, the angling, and with the introduction of the new armor mechanics and update 8.6, it makes it very effective as long as you get that angling right. So don't underestimate the tank when you meet them, and if you get one, try to use some of the tips here. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them in the comments. Message me on what it tanks. It doesn't matter. I'll be happy to answer them. The turret is really good. It's the Tiger 2 upgraded turret, if you've used that line before. Has great frontal armor at 185 millimeters at tier 8. That's amazing. If you want to learn how to kill them when they're angled, I don't know if I should give away my secrets, because that would make me vulnerable to everybody that watches this video, but I'll do it anyways. Typical of German tanks, you aim for this little machine gun ball here, and you'll be able to penetrate and damage it from the front all the time. Obviously the lower plate down here. If you're facing one head on and it's angled and you're finding you're having a hard time pinning the front, if you have the shots, if you aim for the little commander's hatch up here, it's a small target, but you hit that, it'll damage one every time. Premium rounds obviously may help you pin anywhere, no matter what. Obviously getting in the sides and the rear are going to hurt it as well. So that's it for the review. I'll now jump over and give you a quick replay of that battle that I had earlier. It's amazing. It's the VK at its absolute best and what it excels in doing. So we'll take you over there. Hey guys, here's the replay I promised. As you can see, I'm in the VK4502A in a nice tier 8 match. It's on mines, and we're gonna head over to the hill here in the center. As you can see, I might have started pretty close, but I am flying ahead of a lot of the guys, headed straight for the hill. It's a nice speed. I'm hitting 40 and 41 every so often. Going uphill, obviously, without that upgraded engine, I'm going to slow down a bit. But I'm the first one of the team to get here to the hill. I thought I'd try to pull the medium move and sneak my way onto it. So I got up here and I'm starting to make my approach ever so slowly when I encounter an AMX 5100. I'm going to go ahead and apologize for any lag that occurs. It's some of the mods that I'm running to do that, and even in the regular game it tends to make me miss shots just like that one. I'm going to fast forward through certain parts to try to get to stuff. As you can see, our GW Panther just took out a Jagdpanzer 4 in one hit. I feel bad for him. Jelly Toad, have a nice day if you're watching this. I'm sorry about that hit. Anyways, we're going to continue on here. I may speed it up every so often. I'm trying to get shots on some tanks. Don't want to take too many chances with an AMX 5100 up there. I'm going to speed it up here just a little bit. Maybe I thought I was. Give me a second. Let me see if I can get that fixed here. Alright, that should do it. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to speed it up here. T-32, I encounter him. He's got perfect shot on the turret, hull and everything. He tries to shoot the hull. That thing about it, it's a VK4502A. I'm just going to shoot it anywhere, and he bounces. I'm now going to speed it back up a little bit, get a little into more of the action here. I don't want to get too much. I don't want the game to glitch up and we lose part of this. As you can see here, the T-32, I try to get a shot on his commander's hatch. I miss. He also tries to do the same thing, ends up bouncing off my turret, as you saw there in that quick glimpse. Match is pretty even so far. You can see it has a few places that are starting to follow the west flank mainly. Right flank is holding them off with a, we have an IS-3 over there with a Stug and a KV-3. I don't know how the Stug got in this match. I assume he's platooned with somebody that he shouldn't have been. Anyways, we're starting to have some luck up here thanks to artillery and a couple of the tanks that are with me, which is a T-34, IS-3, and KV-4. So now all this is going on. The T-69 ended up slipping up here with an AMX. Two autoloaders, it worries me, but I know they're both reloading as I'm pushing up. So I'm trying to get shots on them. The T-69 backs up and managed to get lucky enough to get a full reload. But I'm wanting to get some damage on him, so I come up here and I get a good pop on him. He shoots me once, does a little bit of damage. His next shot bounces right off. That angling works wonders. My allies push up with me, aside from the IS-3 there. And I ended up bouncing off the T-69's butt. It was a really bad angle, and I'm determined not to let him get away. I chase him down. I leave our T-34 to his demise. It was a do or die moment. I had to get that T-69. As you can see, I chased him down, took him out. He's not going to be an issue for everybody anymore. I turn around. Now I'm starting to head back up there so I can deal with that 5100. He's still got a few shots in him. He takes one there. It took Tim at least two to take out the T-34. I know that much. So that makes that third shot. He takes another one. There's number 4. There's 6 in a hopper for the 5100. I get a little sneaky shot off on him. He waits. He's waiting for me to come back up. He's got, I think, just enough gun depression to hit me. I try to do the whole trick him into firing thing. He hits me that one time, but I had miscounted. That is his last shell, I believe, because he's now running to try to reload. I'm determined not to let him get away, so I pop up. I get around our T-34 friend, and I manage to track him and stop him. At that point, the KV-4 rejoins me in my effort in trying to take the hill and gets a shot off on the 5100. I manage to get reloaded. He thinks he's going to get away, and I say, no, sir. Now, here we have an enemy VK-4502A and KV-4 trying to push around to flank us, and an IS-3. An enemy IS-3 is now capturing our base. That worried me. As you can see, the score is 7-10. I was really worried about this match. I've also pumped out 1,700 damage so far. You can see that at the top left, thanks to my XVM mod. So I see him, I get a little bit of lag, and I'm trying to get some shots on the IS-3. I have a shot, I hit him, reset. I'm not as worried now because I've got good shots on this guy. He realizes that I am shooting at him, and he turns and shoots me. The IS-3's 122, can penetrate really well. I'm also not at a great angle, so he gets a shot on me and hurts. He does get one more off on me. As you can see, it takes me down to 199. It was a worrisome shot. I didn't finish him, so I started to back up, and I got lucky the ISU finishes him off. That saved the base. It's come back. It's 10-11 now. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I hardly have any health. I could die at any moment. I've got to just do what I can. Go down fighting. A Hellcat comes around. It's got a great gun, but it's a tier 6 and a tier 8 match. He bounces off my hull. I pop him for 332 damage. I start to retreat, and I think to myself, why am I retreating from a tier 6? I know it's a mean thing to think, but it's true. I'm a tier 8, so I go run up there, and boom, shot on the move, takes him out. He bounces me again. I then come down and pop this T-34 just to finish him off, just to make sure it didn't cause any more trouble. There's now a Tiger 2 and a Yog Panther, and the enemy already left. I'm extremely worried about that artillery piece because he can kill me just by splashing me. And that worries me. That's why I'm staying cowered behind the rocks. It's the safest thing to do when there's an RDF. We have no idea where the others are until boom, they get spotted right there. The Yog Panther, I'm trying to get a shot. ISU beats me to it. I made it to the next rock. I don't think I've been detected. And there's the Tiger 2. I'm trying to get a shot at him, but I ended up... Another part of the review here, the VK does not have good gun depression. It's your typical German tank. It can't aim down with the crap, but it can definitely aim up. So those hill shots make it a little easier when you're trying to get shots on things that are above or below, above you. I'm sitting here behind the rock trying to get some shots on the Tiger 2. I've done 3,266 damage thus far. I finally see him. I get a shot on him and pump out a little bit more damage. Tiger 2 sees me. I'm trying to get that angling set because I'm prepared for a shot from that big 105 of his. It's the one bigger than mine, except the IS-3 takes him out, which makes me breathe a sigh of relief. It's me and this IS-3 left against the Lorraine. I'm waiting for myself to get despotted because I was seen. I don't want the Lorraine taking a shot while I'm still spotted and killing me. That gets done. And I start heading up. The ICU's got good job. He misspells guys. It happens. Typos, getting in the heat of the action. I say thank you just to return the politeness. And now the IS-3 and I can go on an arty hunt. As you can see, the ISU's using XVM just like I am, and it's the 29% win chance. Because I'm in a new tank, the VK, for some reason my stats have gone blank, and it doesn't factor my skill in. It's not that great. I'm not trying to brag. It's really not all that. It's not as good as what you would see from a lot of the top players. We killed the VK. We killed the arty and win. It was a great match, and that's just a quick example of how great the VK can be. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I hope this video opened your eyes to just how well a VK 4502A can be. Have a nice day and happy hunting.